Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. Manju Pawar from BPS Women University, Sonipat, Haryana. Today we are going to talk on the model Self-Help Group of Rural Women and Their Challenges from the paper Human Resource Development Through Community Engagement. After completing this model, students will be able to understand the concept of self-help group, features of self-help group, purpose of self-help group, to understand the challenges faced by rural women while forming groups, and in the last we will also discuss the suggestions to make this self-help group effective. One of the dominant approaches to women empowerment and rural entrepreneurship is the formation of self-help group, particularly among rural women. This strategy has obtained noticeable results not only in India but all over the world. With the formation of a self-help group, financially excluded, disadvantaged section of the society have been able to access financial services from the formal banking sector. Now, we will discuss the meaning of self-help group. According to Minay, self-help group consists of about 10 to 20 members. Each homogeneous group meets monthly or weekly. All members save a commonly agreed amount in their monthly meeting. The group then lends these savings to its members or deposits them in a group bank account in order to get loan from the bank. In cases of emergency or need, members can access a loan quickly from their group fund. The collective coming together of individual members is also used for a number of purposes like education, awareness building, collective bargaining power and peer pressure, among others. As the group matures, income enhancement and entrepreneurial activities are initiated. These can be both individual as well as group activities. Groups also start connecting with the other groups in the area and start the process of cluster formation, networking and federating, thus acquiring a larger status and becoming a larger pressure group operating in an enhanced sphere. Now students, we should also know what are the characteristics of a group. The most favorable number of the members should be between 8 to 15 in a group. In case the group is big in number, then members belonging to elite class dominate the group and there is no participation of people belonging to less privileged class. All the members of the group should belong to similar socio-economic status, which should have close social affinity. When the members belong to same group, then there is an understanding among them and that also help in reducing conflicts in a group. They also take the joint responsibility for conducting useful activities in a group. The second characteristics of self-help group is the income generating activities. Income generating activities should be given utmost importance in a group. Office bearers and members of the group should be made understand the importance of started innovative activities in a group. Started IGA, that is income generating activity, is useful for sustaining interest of the members in a group. While forming SHGs, members should be ready to join group on voluntary basis. They should decide the rules to be framed and activities to be taken up in a group. The group should be voluntary and self-governing. All the decisions should be taken by majority vote. Now we will discuss the purpose of self-help group. First, the self-help group provides a platform to the members to learn and cooperate from each other. This creates an environment by realizing the importance of saving and linking group with the bank. It also gives a space to women for taking collection action on any issue or problem that the village is facing. This promotes collective action for social and economic development and members also learn mutual cooperation through sharing, learning and acting. Third purpose of self-help group is to inculcate saving habit and promote savings among the poor and use of the same to meet the emergency needs. This also acts as a local financial institution which provides loan to the poor people at the doorstep. The last purpose of self-help group is giving freedom to the rural women from the clutches of the moneylenders. Now students, we will focus on the challenges of self-help group. The grassroots reality indicate that there has been focus on quantitative number rather than the formation of qualitative of self-help group. They have been formed without proper social mobilization. Some of the challenges faced by the rural women. One is the faulty below poverty line list. As a rule, Gram Sabha will form the basis for identification of families belonging to BPL household. SHG should be formed of rural poor such as landless labor, unemployed persons, rural artisans and disabled persons. But in the field, it has been observed that well-to-do families of the rural areas are getting the benefit of the scheme and programs being implemented by the central and state government. Poor women who were eligible to harness the benefits of this scheme by becoming the member of self-help group do not get benefit because they do not have the BPL card. Lack of conducting proper social mobilization is another challenge. The important stakeholders in the program are Gram Panchayat, Panchayat Samiti, Block Development and Panchayat Officer, District Rural Development Agency, banks, line departments and non-government organizations. Social mobilization is the most successful instrument for the empowerment of local communities and safeguarding of human rights. It is the only way by which poor people can resolve their problems themselves. But it has been seen in the field that social mobilization is not given sufficient attention, because of which women do not know the concept of self-help group and join group for the sake of getting financial support. As a result, self-help groups are being formed without proper social mobilization. Maintenance of record is another challenge. The group is made up to maintain records such as minute book, attendance register, loan register, journal register, cash book and individual passbook, so that self-help group can work effectively. But in the field, it has been found that majority of the self-help group are not aware about the records to be maintained. Registers are only structures when they are being examined by the outside experts, otherwise they are left unattended. Another challenge of the self-help group is conducting regular meetings. Holdings of monthly meeting of the SHG is a good sign that self-help group will be continued for long time. The group should meet regularly at weekly, fortnightly or monthly intervals as per the rules decided by the members. Regular meetings help the members to come closer and discuss various common problems and their achievable solutions. It helps them to appreciate each other in a better way. Venue and time for the meeting should be decided by the members, but the grassroots reality show that the monthly meeting do not take place as per the rules of the SHG. The main reason for this is that they are not trained to hold the meeting on their own. In the absence of holding regular meeting, there is a lack of payment of members in self-help group, which results in lack of curiosity in running their SHGs. Another challenge is the limited options for income generating activities. The field reality show that dairy emerged as one of the most well-liked activities among the group members, since in rural areas traditional activity like dairying farming is given first choice. Women are not made aware about the other innovative income generating activities for their economic empowerment. Another challenge is the training and capacity building. Capacity building of the members is not built at an optimum level, resulting in lack of understanding about the concept of self-help group and its advantages. Field reality show that members belonging to the age group above 40 years attend the training programs, and those who are young do not come for attending the capacity building programs because of various reasons such as children at home, busy in the domestic chores, not allowing by male members of their family. Lack of marketing facilities is another challenge that the members of self-help group face. Intensive efforts are needed to organize melas of the products of self-help group. These melas play a very important role in motivating women to make their group strong. These melas or exhibitions can be organized at district and block levels, but the field realities show that the frequency of organizing these melas are very less, and on account of that members could not have a regular link with the markets for selling their products. Location of the banks at the distant places is another barrier which the women of self-help group face in the rural areas. Traveling to the bank is very time consuming. Distance to reach bank is major problem for women. It was more severe in case of child rearing women. Due to the lack of transport facility in the villages, women have to walk so much to reach bank. As a result, they have to give up one day labor cost which they receive by working in the field. Lack of cooperation from the bank official is another challenge that the SHG has to face in the field. Self-help group have to face a number of problems in opening their saving account in the banks. Research and field reality showed that some of the bank officials felt by opening of account of self-help group is a burdensome task, and sometimes bank officials are not able to cope up with the rural surroundings. Reluctant to provide loan to SHG. Credit linkages of self-help group members with the bank is a significant step, but it has been found in the field that because of the difficult procedure of obtaining loan from the bank, members of self-help group lose interest in sustaining their self-help group. Bankers not only worry women in opening their account but also trouble them while providing loan to them. Bank defaulters has further increased the problem. Because of this, poor women would not be able to get the benefits from the bank and government agencies. There have been cases where self-help groups are running successfully but not capable to get loan from the bank because the families to whom they belong are defaulter. Visits of banker to the self-help group. Banks are one of the important stakeholders and their officials are required to take active part in the forming and support of the group. But it is very surprising to note that bankers have not realized that they have an important role to play in sustaining self-help group. They limit their role only of opening of account and loan to SHG, that too with great difficulty. It has been observed that bank officials visit very less in the villages to see the performance of self-help group. Bank officials must visit self-help group before and after sanctioning of the loan. But unfortunate part is that the bank officials do not take much interest in sanctioning the loan to SHG. In case they come, then they are always in rush and most of the queries related to banking do not get resolved. Insufficient loaning for pursuing activities. Few members of self-help group adopt innovative income generating activities such as vermicompost, candle making, etc. after fully utilizing the subsidy and take a loan from the bank. But after conducting focused group discussion with the rural women, it was found that majority of the self-help group are not happy with the finance part and explain that money part is very less for starting any innovative income generating activity. Buffalo rearing is given utmost importance because there is a lack of guidance of starting other innovative income generating activity. Lack of family support is another challenge that the women of self-help group have to face. Development is not a smooth process. It is one step ahead, two steps backward and again two steps ahead. Women who are from the oppressed section of the society want family support in terms of their husband and in-laws, giving them moral support to go ahead in taking up economic activities. This problem is becoming more grave where joint families are breaking. Lack of knowledge about insurance. Dairy farming activity was adopted because rural women are not aware about other innovative activities like garment making, food processing, beekeeping, gem cutting, agriculture related activities, weaving, knitting, etc. that can be taken up as income generating activity. In the field, it was found that purchasing of cattle was not much useful because it did not produce much income for their family. In some cases, because of the death of buffalo, the self-help group found it hard to run their family. When they were asked about the insurance, they were mum because they were not informed about the insurance. Defaulter. After conducting focus group discussion with the rural women in the field, it was found that majority of the women were interested to form self-help group, but due to the defaulter, either her husband or her father-in-law in their family, they could not join SHG. Now we will give some of the suggestions to make the self-help group effective. 1. Faultless BPL list. It is suggested that implement agencies of this scheme should take appropriate steps to ensure that all the eligible persons are able to get the benefit of the scheme irrespective of their inclusion or exclusion of the BPL list. Alternatively, criteria should be laid down for preparing the list in a transparent manner through Gram Sabha. Second, awareness generation and training capacity building. This part of recommendation contains awareness generation about SHG, training and capacity building of different stakeholders engaged in the implementation of the program. Next suggestion is the awareness generation about self-help group. There is no doubt that many schemes and programs were found to fail because of the lack of awareness among people for whom they are made. It is imperative that awareness generation program be organized on regular basis before the implementation of the program. People should not only be made aware about the benefits of the program, but also ways of getting benefits from them. This can be achieved by having a proper display of pictorial posters about success stories and usefulness of schemes. Method of awareness generation is that of Nukkad Natak, through which maximum people can be made aware about the schemes and programs that are being implemented for their benefit. Training of SHG members is another suggestion to make the self-help group effective. It has been found in the field that beneficiaries who had undergone basic orientation and skill development training are very few in numbers. After interacting with those who got training, we found that they were of the opinion that duration of the training was very short. Therefore, the procedure for credit access to them should be made more easy and simple by imparting training to self-help group. As training is an important part that contributes to the success of the scheme, more emphasis should be given to the proper and effective training. Training for bank official is another suggestion. The indifferent attitude of bankers is a major constraint. They take much time in opening the account of self-help group. As a result, some of them could not get loan on time. In this regard, effort should be made to impart intensive training to bank officials and make them aware about the importance of self-help group. They should be encouraged to take active interest in the project and reduce the duration of time which is taken for processing the applications and disbursing loans. Training for elected representatives of Panchayat is another way to make the SHG successful. Panchayat leaders have a very important role to play in the implementation of the scheme at different levels, particularly at Gram Panchayat and Panchayat Samiti levels. These leaders have to identify potential beneficiaries of the scheme at Gram Panchayat level with the help of Gram Sabha and identification of cluster of activities at Panchayat Samiti level. These activities are very important components of the scheme for its overall implementation. The training on these aspects may be organized by state level institutions like Haryana Institute of Rural Development, Nilokheri, Rajiv Gandhi State Institute of Panchayati Raj and Community Development with the involvement of capable non-government organization. The community-based organization like Saksha Mahila Samuh, Mahila Mandals, the existing self-help group, youth club, Anganwadi workers, etc. working in the village can also play a very important role in bringing the schemes and programs at the doorstep of those for whom they are made. The leaders of self-help group and Saksha Mahila Samuh can motivate rural women to overcome social cultural barriers and to come out from the four walls of their houses to get benefit of the scheme and program implemented for their development. The capacity building programs too should be organized on regular basis by NGOs, activists, volunteers, panchayat representatives, members of youth club, etc. to promote small saving and to encourage women active and positive roles in the development process for ensuring their rights, entitlements and due share in the development benefits. Expansion of the bank branches is another suggestion. The study has found that banks are situated at long distance from the villages. The rural poor women have to suffer a lot because of this. They have to make innumerable visits to distant places for opening their accounts and getting loan from the bank. Keeping this in view, banks should get branches extension encounters in rural area so as to enable BPL families to form their self-help group and can get cash credit facilities from banks near to their families. This will also help bank officials to visit self-help group, which will lead a good rapport with them for assessing their capacity for repaying the loan amount. Another area which needs proper attention is marketing. Developing marketing infrastructure, market assessment, product design, packaging, etc. are important areas to be addressed for sustenance of self-help group. Need of the hour is that more and more marketing facilities be provided at the state and districts level for the sale of the products of self-help group. There is a need to involve training packages for entrepreneurship development to enable rural women to become successful business managers for sustaining micro enterprises. In this task, role of non-government organizations, panchayats, women organizations, etc. may be enhanced to impart training, skill development and technical knowledge to the leaders and members of self-help group. Apart from this, assistance should also be provided to the beneficiaries regarding the product design and development. Attraction towards a particular product at a very first sight is an important thing that is needed for the success of a product. So, in order to make product attractive, proper training should be given to this aspect. Another suggestion is the packaging and labeling the products is another suggestion. In the era of globalization, quality of the product is an important factor. In order to compete with the products already available in the market, it should be ensured that products prepared by self-help group must have quality at par with the existing products in the market. Appropriate technical training needs to be imparted to the beneficiaries for maintaining the desired levels of quality of their products. The beneficiaries also need to be adequately taught about the packaging and labeling of their products. Innovative economic activities is another suggestion. It was observed that majority of the self-help group are opting for dairy loans. Therefore, it is suggested that district rural development agencies should provide them help to identify such items which are required by the government departments in bulk and have market demand. Some of the key activities like dari making, soft toys, knitting, stitching, pickle making can be successfully adopted as these have local market and demand. Chalk making, candle making, file, cover making are other activities which have demand in the government offices. The self-help group should also be encouraged to undertake some innovative activities which can give them more earning. Now, the Panchayati Raj institutions also have a very important role to play. Sarpanch should organize a meeting of villagers and implementing authorities at the Gram Panchayat level. This will provide a platform to the people to clear all their doubts related to scheme. It will also create a sense of transparency in the minds of people, and they will start trusting and participating in it. Proper coordination among stakeholders is another suggestion. It has been found in the field that there is a lack of coordination among different departments, agencies, organizations and banks involved in the promotion of self-help group. They have been working in the watertight compartments and are unaware of each other's roles and responsibilities. If there is a proper coordination between banks and district rural development agencies, there will be timely release of funds to the self-help group. It is imperative that DRD, that is District Rural Development Agencies, bank and other institutions which are involved in the promotion of self-help group should understand their responsibility towards society. They should participate in self-help group bank linkages program with greater dedication. The success of every program depends upon the collective efforts. Hence, it is imperative that there is a proper coordination and cooperation to fulfill the objectives of poverty alleviation programs. Now, to conclude this model, there is no doubt that with the formation of self-help group, women have got conducive environment through which they have empowered themselves economically, socially and politically. Rural women join SHGs and feel happy that after becoming the part of self-help group, as they have developed the saving habit and get rid of the clutches of the money lenders. Apart from economic development, social development is another indicator of women empowerment. Need of the hour is to give sufficient time for social mobilization and formation of self-help group. Capacity building of the members of self-help group should be made stronger, and adequate training should be imparted to self-help group for maintaining their accounts on their own. In addition to this, self-help group should be trained to meet the challenges of the changing rural market. Thank you.